Welcome snoozy friends to the channel's new playlist on the planets of our solar system. Today we would be drifting toward our fourth planet Mars and its journey. What is it made of? And the impact of Mars on our lives. Close your eyes, relax, and let's start our journey. Let the hum of the day fall silent. Let your shoulders soften, your thoughts slow, and your breath begin to echo with the stars. Somewhere high in the sky tonight, among the quiet constellations, a soft red glow lingers. Not fiery, but ancient. Not burning, but steady. Mars. The red planet. Fourth from the sun. Once a place of rivers, maybe even oceans, now cold, dry, and quiet. But tonight, in your dreams, you'll go there. You'll walk under pink skies, trace old riverbeds, and listen to the whispers of winds that have danced for billions of years. So take a deep breath. The journey begins. You drift softly through space, the quiet so complete it becomes comforting, a stillness as ancient as time. And then, there it is. Mars. It hangs in the black like a weathered coin, coppery, cratered, beautiful in its silence. Not bright like Venus. Not vast like Jupiter. But calm. Patient. Waiting. As you descend through the thin air, the sky glows butterscotch orange. The atmosphere is less than 1% as thick as Earth's, mostly carbon dioxide, with traces of nitrogen and argon. It doesn't hold warmth well. Daytime may be mild, but nighttime drops far below freezing. You land gently on fine, reddish dust, the color of rust. Because it is rust. Mars's surface is rich in iron oxide, and that's what gives it its iconic hue. You kneel down and run your fingers through the powdery soil. It's dry. Lifeless. And yet, you feel something beneath it. Not life, but memory. Mars wasn't always this quiet. Billions of years ago, it had a thicker atmosphere, maybe even liquid water on the surface. There are winding valleys, dry deltas, and fans of sediment that only flowing water could have carved. You walk beside one of these dried rivers now. The channel curves gently across the plain, its banks worn, its shape unmistakable. This was once a flowing stream. It may have carried silt and pebbles, life and time. Farther ahead, you see an old lake bed, the kind Perseverance rover is exploring today. There might have been life here. Tiny, microbial, clinging to rocks in shallow pools. If so, its fossils might still rest beneath the dust. You close your eyes and imagine it. Mars, blue and green, clouds swirling, lakes shimmering under a warm sun. A world alive. And then, it changed. Its core cooled. Its magnetic field faded. Solar wind stripped the air away. And the rivers stopped flowing. Now only their paths remain, like scars from a dream long gone. As you walk farther, the ground rises gently, then steeply. You are climbing the flank of a mountain, not just any mountain, but the tallest volcano in the solar system. Olympus Mons. It stands nearly 22 kilometers high, almost 3 times the height of Mount Everest, with a base as wide as the entire state of Arizona. But the slope is gentle. You walk it slowly, like a soft hill. The air is thin. The horizon stretches far. You don't feel fear here, only awe. And beyond Olympus, in the distant east, lies something even more breathtaking. Valles Marineris. A canyon system so massive, it would stretch from New York to California on Earth. It's over 4,000 kilometers long, 200 kilometers wide, and 7 kilometers deep in places. Some believe it formed from crustal tension. Others say water may have helped carve it in Mars's wetter past. You stand on its edge now, the silence so deep it feels like the planet is breathing with you. You gaze across the vastness. And in the stillness, you begin to feel small, but not in a frightening way. Small. Like a single note in a great cosmic song. The tiny moons. The sky begins to darken, and above the rust-colored horizon, two small shadows drift into view. Phobos and Deimos, the twin moons of Mars. They are not grand and round like Earth's moon. They are irregular, like jagged space stones captured long ago. Phobos is the larger of the two, orbiting close and fast, so fast it rises and sets twice a Martian day. Deimos, smaller and more distant, floats slowly, a quiet companion in the red twilight. Some believe they are captured asteroids, drawn in by Mars's gravity from the distant asteroid belt. Others wonder if they formed from a massive impact, long ago, debris clumping together until moons were born. From where you stand, you see them both. Not bright, but steady. Their presence feels ancient. And for just a moment, you feel as though you're on a ship. And they are your twin lanterns in the Martian sky. The air begins to move, softly at first, like a breath against your cheek. But on Mars, a soft wind can grow into something vast. Dust storms are common here. Tiny grains lifted into the air by sunlight and temperature changes can whirl into great spirals. Sometimes, they stay local. Other times, they envelop the entire planet. You imagine it now, a slow curtain of ochre and red, sweeping across plains, wrapping around volcanoes, and flowing into canyons. The dust hangs high, sometimes for months, blocking sunlight, hiding the surface, and challenging even the hardiest machines. In 2018, such a storm ended the mission of Opportunity, one of Mars's most beloved rovers. It waited through the darkness. But the sun never returned in time. Its final message, interpreted by those back on Earth, still echoes gently in the minds of those who loved it. My battery is low, and it's getting dark. And now, you sit in the calm before the storm, beneath a pink-orange sky, and let the silence settle in again. A planet that breathes dust and memory. That waits for sunlight. That holds stories in its soil. As you walk again, you come across something strange. Metal. Wheels. Antennas. A quiet machine, sleeping beneath the sun. A rover. Not alone. There have been many. Sojourner, the first to roll across Martian soil in 1997. Small. Curious. Brave. Spirit and Opportunity, twin explorers who traveled far, lived longer than anyone dreamed, and discovered signs of ancient water. Curiosity, still roaming today in Gale Crater, sniffing the air and scanning the rocks. Perseverance, the most advanced yet, searching for signs of ancient life in Jezero Crater. And Ingenuity, the tiny helicopter that flew in the thin air, the first powered flight on another world. Each machine carried not just instruments, but human hope. Hope to understand. Hope to find life. Hope to one day follow them. You sit beside this sleeping rover, its wheels dusted, its solar panels dim. And though it no longer moves, it feels alive. Because we built it to dream. And it did. You pick up a small rock, round, reddish, dry. But inside, who knows? For decades, we've asked, was there ever life on Mars? Not civilizations. Not cities. But perhaps, long ago, beneath shallow seas, or in warm springs, microbial life began. Tiny, resilient, hidden in cracks and pools. And maybe it still survives beneath the surface, in frozen brines or warm underground pockets. Perseverance is collecting samples now, tubes of Martian soil to be returned to Earth in a future mission. Maybe, in one of those tubes, we'll find something more. Not just minerals or gases, but a clue. A whisper from Mars's past that says, "You were not alone." You place the rock back down. The wind hushes again. And the sky begins to dim. The first human steps, you gaze into the horizon. And imagine. Not machines this time. Not satellites or rovers. But humans. Boot prints in Martian dust. For decades, we've dreamed of coming here, to walk where our robots have rolled, to study Mars not from afar but with our own hands, eyes, hearts. NASA has plans. So does SpaceX. There will be challenges. The months-long journey. Radiation in deep space. Thin air, no breathable oxygen. A planet without liquid water on the surface. But we're learning. We're testing habitats, growing food in simulated Martian soil, building technologies to create oxygen from the thin air. Some imagine a permanent base, a new branch of humanity. Not to escape Earth, but to extend it. To learn, to protect, to explore. And if we come, we'll carry more than science. We'll bring music, art, stories, a human spirit reaching farther than ever before. You smile softly at the thought. One day, someone might stand where you now imagine yourself. Look up at the pale dot of Earth in the sky, and feel, for the first time, what it means to call two planets home. Even if no life exists on Mars. Even if it never did. The planet still speaks. It tells us how planets change. How atmospheres vanish. How water flows and disappears. How magnetic fields protect, and how their absence transforms a world. Mars is not just about the past. It's about Earth's future, too. Its fate teaches us about climate, balance, and fragility. A planet once flowing, now frozen. And yet, it remains beautiful. Still, its silence has value. Its scars hold memory. And its questions, unanswered, keep us reaching. Mars, a planet of two faces. Night begins to fall on Mars. Here, a sunset is not orange like Earth's, but blue. The thin atmosphere scatters light differently, and the fading sky glows faintly around the sinking sun. You find a place to lie down, on soft dust, under an alien sky, and breathe deeply. This is a planet of contrast. Day and night. Heat and cold. Past and future. Silence and science. Memory and mystery. It's dry, but it once held rivers. It's lonely, but we have touched it. It's far, but growing closer with every mission. Mars is not alive. But it is not empty. It's waiting. You close your eyes. The dust no longer swirls. The air is calm. The stars begin to return. Above you, Earth is just a speck, a blue dot in the dark. You are thousands of kilometers away. But you don't feel lost. You feel quiet. Held. Mars is not your home. But tonight, in this dream, it welcomes you. It invites you to rest. To wonder. To listen. To remember that every world, even the cold, quiet ones, holds beauty. Your breath slows. Your thoughts fade. The canyon, the volcano, the moons, the rovers, all become soft shapes in the distance. The red planet dims. And you drift. Weightless. Peaceful. Asleep.